Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. So before we get started, I am wearing this makeup look a lot in videos recently because I had to batch film. So I am filming my third or fourth video now. I can't even remember. So yeah, if you guys have seen this makeup look a lot, I'm sorry, but we're going out of town for the weekend, so I had to pre-film a whole bunch. So anyway, today's video I'm so excited about. Today we are going to be talking about one-hit wonders. I know you guys are probably wondering what the heck that is all about. So I actually saw this video idea on Samantha March's channel I want to say a few months ago now, and I had put it on my filming list, but I never circled back around to it. And then I forgot about what it was. I saw it on there and I was like, what is one-hit wonder? And I went back and watched Samantha's video again and I was like, oh yeah, I know what that is and I really want to film it. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. If you missed Samantha's video, I will link hers down below since she was my inspiration for this video today. But basically what this is all about is we're talking about makeup products from my collection where I only own one thing from the brand. So you guys know, if you watch my Shop My Stash videos, I have a very large collection, and as I started going through the drawers, I was like, oh, I bet I have so many things where there's only one from that brand. That was a lot harder than I thought, actually. I had to really look through every single drawer, and there were a few things where I was like, oh, I only have one of this from this brand, and then I realized, oh, in another drawer, I might have a powder, or I might have an eyeshadow, or I might have something else from the brand. So it was actually really difficult to find products in my collection where I only owned one thing from the brand, but I was able to come up with 10. So let's go ahead and go through these. So like I said, we were talking about products where I only own one thing from the brand. The first thing I wanted to mention is this eyeshadow palette from Natasha Denona. This is the Sunset palette. So this is the only thing I own from Natasha Denona. There's been a lot of things on my wish list, a lot of things where I almost purchased, but this is the only guy that I own from the brand. Part of the reason is because of the cost. This is extremely expensive line, but the other reason that I haven't purchased anything else from Natasha Denona is because I was not blown away by this. And because of how expensive this was, I want to say, what was this, like $165? Something like that. But it was insane. Because of the cost of this, I was expecting to be blown away, and when I thought, after I tried it and I thought it was just okay, I did not feel like I got my money's worth out of this. So I would not buy more of her products because her products are extremely expensive. So for me to make that kind of investment, I feel like I need to be wowed, and I was not necessarily wowed by this. Now, I haven't decluttered it because I think it's okay, and I spent a lot of money on it, so I'm determined to keep it and use it. I really love this yellow. The yellow is probably one of my favorite things in this palette, but I have other yellows now in my collection that are like this, so I don't know. I don't know if this is gonna make it through my next round of declutters, but this is the only thing I own from this brand, so I would definitely call this a one-hit wonder. As long as we're talking about eyeshadow palettes, let's go ahead and talk about this next. This is from the brand Ace Beauté. I did do a full review on this in my indie brand spotlight series, so I will link that above for you guys. But this is called the Quintessential palette. I originally saw this being promoted on my Instagram like crazy. I was getting all kinds of promotional ads from this brand and it looked gorgeous, so I really wanted to try it. I'll give you guys a close-up. So I was really curious about this and I really wanted to try it. Now, if you've seen my review, you guys know that I love this palette, and it was not that overpriced. I feel like these shadows remind me a little bit of the Juvia's Place eyeshadows, the very similar kind of quality and price range and all of that. The only reason I haven't bought more from this brand is because I don't feel like they have more. When I went to their website, the only things I saw was this eyeshadow palette, and I think they had a couple like a couple of pairs of eyelashes, and that was it. Now, I haven't visited the site since I originally purchased this, so I don't know if they've launched more products since then, but I think they were just a really small brand that was just starting when I bought this. But this palette, you guys, this is so worth the money. Like, if you're wanting to try some new brands and you're not sure where to start, get this. It is gorgeous. It has a lot of neutrals in here, like a lot of really wearable everyday kind of colors, but some fun pops of color. And I find that every time I reach for this palette, I come up with a new creative look that it's like way outside of my normal box, and it always looks gorgeous. Like, I just love this palette and every look I've created from it. So definitely recommend that guy. And this is definitely a one-hit wonder for me as well. It's the only thing I own from Ace Beauté. Okay, another palette here that this is the only thing I own from the brand. This is called the Winky Lux Kitten Palette. I have almost bought other products from Winky Lux, and I think I even like may have applied for a Winky Lux campaign on Octoly and didn't get it, but this is the only product from Winky Lux I have tried so far. If you're not familiar with Winky Lux, you can get them at Ulta now. This palette I actually got in BoxyCharm, but I think that they now sell it at Ulta as well. I'll try to link all the products below for you guys for your convenience, but I do really love this palette. I think it's really good, and I would like to try some more products from the brand. I just haven't really gotten around to it. This one, like I said, I got it in a BoxyCharm. Otherwise, I don't think I would have bought it. It's not like one of those brands that I'm like super curious about or really wanting to try. It's one of those things that I'm like, oh, I could try that, but I haven't really taken the time to research it and invest money in it yet, but it is something that's on my radar. I know it exists. I've seen the products. I have kind of looked at them, but I just haven't spent the money on them yet.
I feel like I'm gonna get this yellow eyeshadow on my shirt. Okay, what's left?
Okay, I do have one other palette to talk about, and this is from the brand Blink. Again, I got this in BoxyCharm. I feel like BoxyCharm often will send me brands that I haven't tried before. Even though this is another brand that I was familiar with, I hadn't tried it yet. So that's one of the nice things about having a makeup subscription box, is it kind of, you know, forces you to try some new things that you might not have tried otherwise. And this is definitely a palette I would not have purchased on my own, but I'm so glad that I have this palette. I think it's so gorgeous. This is called the Electric Eyes palette from Blink. And previously, before getting this eyeshadow palette from BoxyCharm, I only knew about their mascaras. By the way, look at these swatches. Oh my God, you guys. I barely stuck my finger in those. They are extremely metallic. These are really good. But anyways, I hadn't tried anything from the brand, but I knew about their mascaras because we sold them at Sephora. So I had never tried the mascara, but I knew about it. I was familiar with it. I knew a lot of clients loved it. But yeah, that's the only thing I own from this brand. So that's definitely another one-hit wonder for me. Okay, so the next brand, I don't think this is cheating, but I will tell you guys, this is from Butter London. I haven't tried any other Butter London makeup, but I have previously owned their nail polish, but I'm gonna call that separate, nail polish separate, because I have another brand too where I've tried their nail polish, but not their makeup. So anyway, for Butter London makeup, the only thing I've ever tried are these glaze-in eyeshadows. I do have two shades of them, but they're the same product. So I have the shade Frosted and I have the shade Icing. These are very unique. They're almost like, ooh, there goes the lid. They're almost like a jelly kind of consistency. They're very like bouncy, and I like these. I don't think they're as good as like the Stila glitter eyeshadows, and I don't think they're as good as the Bodyography ones either, but they're good. They're just very unique. They feel wet when you put them on, so that kind of throws me off a little bit, and they do take a little longer to dry down than the Stila ones, so I will say that. But yeah, these are the only makeup products I've tried from Butter London. I've been curious about their other makeup, but I just haven't gotten around to trying any of it. Okay, so next up I have a product from Touch in Sol. I actually received this in PR, and it's the only product I've ever tried from this brand, and I'm very curious about more of their products. I think I had an eyeshadow palette from them on a wish list recently, but this is a very unique product. This is called the Metallist Liquid Foil and Glitter Shadow Duo. So one side you have like a liquid, almost like the Stila, you know, eyeshadows, but it goes on super metallic like that. And it has that doe foot applicator. And then you go to the other side, and before this like sets down while it's still wet, you go over it with the glitter, and it's kind of a loose glitter, and you just kind of press it right on to the tacky base. And wait till you guys see this. Oh my God. It's crazy beautiful. I did do a tutorial using this once. I'll try to link it down below. It was like a cut crease tutorial, and it turned out horrible, you guys. But it's still on my channel. Like, I don't take things down. I keep things up no matter what. But that's what it looks like right there. Like, it's It's really, really beautiful. It's a little bit more work than like the Stila ones. You do have to do that two-step, but I think they're really pretty, and I would like to try more products from that brand, Touch in Soul. I just, again, haven't gotten around to it. There is so much makeup out there to try, and I only have so much time and so much space, so I just haven't done that yet. I've got like one more eye product in here, and this is from Julep. Now, this is the other brand where I've tried their nail polish, but never tried their makeup other than this here. This is their eyeshadow stick. I have the shade 101, which is just kind of like a golden, like pretty basic color. There's that right there. Kind of a yellowy gold shade. I think this is okay. It's not the best eyeshadow stick I've tried. I have better eyeshadow sticks. So after trying this, I guess my interest in the brand wasn't spiked more. I was very curious about this. I think I might have got it during the Ulta 21-day sale. Picked it up. I wanted to try it out. Hadn't tried anything from Julep's makeup line. I tried it and I was like, meh, it's okay. So after that, I wasn't like, oh, I need to try more. It just kind of like my interest kind of dropped a little bit, if that makes sense. Next up, I have a lipstick, and this is actually from the brand Besame. Now, this I actually received for free from Octoly, and this is a brand I have seen on Sephora's website. I've been very curious about, but I don't own any other products from their line. This is their lipstick in the shade Dusty Rose. Every time I wear this, you guys compliment me. It is a little bit of a darker rose. When I heard the name Dusty Rose, I expected it to be a lot lighter than this. It's pretty dark, but it is a rose shade. It's just a very dark rose shade, and I wouldn't call it dusty. Like, it's just a dark rose, but it's beautiful, and the formula is really nice. It's very long wearing, a tiny bit on the drying side, but not super drying, not uncomfortable drying. So I actually really enjoy this lipstick, and I am curious to try more things from Besame. It's just one of those brands I haven't gotten around to, but I would really like to try more of their products. Last but not least, I have a couple of complexion products. This first one here is from Dermablend. This actually came to me again through PR. I feel like that's the nice thing about PR. Everyone's always talking about the negatives with PR, but one of the nice things about PR as a creator, you get to try things that you wouldn't normally try. So same thing with like BoxyCharm, you know, you do invest, you know, the $21 a month, but you get surprised with things that maybe are outside of your box of what you would normally try. So I personally think that's a good thing. I like seeing creators trying things that they don't normally try. So anyway, just a little tangent there for you guys, but this is from Dermablend, and this is called the Flawless Creator Liquid Pigments. So it's supposed to be like the Cover FX, you know, custom cover drops. I've barely used this. I've used it a few times. I've tried mixing it and I've tried wearing it individually, and it just reminds me a lot of the Cover FX custom cover drops, which if you liked those, you would probably like this. It's a little bit more of an oily base though. It's like more watery and oily, whereas I feel like the custom cover drops were really thick and yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, I think these are okay. It's just not, it's not a format that I gravitate towards. I don't like these drops that are meant to be added to other products. I'd rather just get a foundation that works for me. You know what I mean? If you need to adjust the shade, I'll like mix a couple different foundations, but I don't necessarily like a separate product that's meant just for mixing. So I don't know. This probably won't make it past my next declutter. All right, and then the last item that I wanted to mention, this is from the brand Liol. Now, I don't really know a lot about this brand. I will be very honest with you guys. The only reason I have this product is I was watching, who was I watching? Oh, it was Beauty with Emily Fox. Is that her channel name? I can't remember. I'll link her below as well. But she mentioned how much she loves this and how affordable it was, and she linked it on Amazon. So I went and picked it up. But what this is it's actually just a BB cream. It's a really good BB cream. I like it a lot. Now, I would definitely consider trying some other products from this brand. I just don't know what else they have to offer. I did get this one, like I said, off of a recommendation, and I found it on Amazon. I really don't know a lot about their products, so yeah, I guess I would be interested in trying more things from them. I just hadn't really thought about it. Oh, I'm such a mess now. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed watching this very fun video. Thank you so much to Samantha March for coming up with this very creative idea. I love her channel because she's always so creative and she's always thinking outside the box. So if you're not familiar with her, go check out her channel. Tell her I sent you. But thank you for watching. If you guys have any questions, any comments, leave them down below. I'd be happy to answer those. And I hope you guys have a fantastic day. I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.